An array in Java is a container object that holds a fixed number of elements of a same data type. So it stores element in a contiguous memory location, and you can access them using numbers or index numbers. So let's see how we can create an array and initialize and access it in Java. So there are a couple of ways to declare and create an array in Java. So just use the data type and add square bracket either in front of data type or after a variable. So then use the keyword and pass the element, the size of length of an array which you want to create. So as I mentioned, the array is an fixed number of element. Like in Java, it's a fixed number. So you have to pass the element count which you are creating. So these are the two ways. Like either the only change you can see here is uh, this either in front of number or variable or the data type. You need to add the square brackets. Then for initializing again. While creation itself we can do, you can see to assign a value manually. What you have to do is through index. So everything inside array, like for accessing or assigning, it goes through an index. That is, the first one will be a 0. Like it starts from 0 and go up to a length minus 1. So that is, if your array is 5 element or a length is 5, then the last index will be 4. That is 5 minus 1. So it starts from 0 and go up to length minus 1. So for assigning, go with index. So in this case, at 0th index, I'm assigning 10. Then at 1, 20. Again, it's go till 2, 3, and 4. So we'll have 5 elements, and index starts with 0. And declaring and initializing at once. So if you want to declare and initialize at once, we can have like this: data type, again variable name, and within flower brackets add all the elements. Then how we can access the array? So you can access again using index. So if you want to get first index, you can use number and whatever the variable name from square bracket and get the or pass the index number. So here I'll get the 0th index, and if you want to get a last index, you can use a 4 or whatever the index number. So again, to get the second or the first index, you go for numbers and pass a 1. For 2 it is 2, then for 3 it is 3. As I mentioned, array index starts from 0 and go till length minus 1. Then array length. So if you want to get the length of array, just use variable name dot and get length thing. So if you use variable name here in this case or in this example, it's numbers dot length, which will get the length of a array. To loop through it, like for looping, we have a couple of ways through index. Like first initialize the index or counter. Here I is the counter, you can use any thing. Then the condition, so until when the loop has to iterate, then increment it. So comparatively, this is better approach using a for each. So just have a data type and pass the array and print it, or do whatever the operation you want to do. So here is the example using both the loop. So first I'll declare an initialize array here. It's a string data type. Then get the length using dot length, then print it using index and for each option. So we have 1D array, 2D array. It's a 1D is a simple linear array. Then 2D is array of arrays, that is matrix, and multi dimensional 3D or higher arrays. So in case of like 1D, we have seen like we have a 2D here. So in 1D we had a single one, but in this case we have two square brackets and initialize the value. For iterating or for access those things, how you have to do is you need to have two for loop. One is outer one and second one is for inner. So the 0 and 0 will give this 0 1 0 2, again 1 1 0 1 1 1 2. That's how it goes. Then we have a jagged array, array in which the number of columns is different in each row. And you can see the example here. It's a kind of multi dimensional array, or 2D array. You can see here I have a 2D array. So at 0, the length is 5, then 2, then 1, then 4. So you can see 0th row contains 5 columns, then 1th row contains 2, then 1 columns and 4. So it's kind of a jagged array where the number of columns is different for each rows. So arrays is a class in Java. It is present in java.util package. So arrays class contains a lot of inbuilt methods which are going to help us to do operation like sort, search, copy one array to another, etc. So these methods are static methods. You can access them like arrays dot a method name, whatever it is, and pass the required arguments. So the method in this class throw a null pointer exception if the specified array reference is null. So another thing is like whenever you try to access array element, and if you are trying to access array element out of bound, so that is if your array length is 5 and you are trying to get the access of 6 or 7, then it will throw array out of bound error. So be careful on those things. So we have a sort method. It's a simple method which helps to sort the specified array into ascending numerical order. Then we have a binary search. So such as the specified array of ints of a specified value using binary search algorithm. Then we have equals, which returns true if two specified array of ints are equal to one another. Two arrays are considered equal if both the arrays contain same number of elements and all corresponding pairs of elements in two arrays are equal. Then we have fill and copy of. So fill is to assign the specified int value here. So specified int value to each element of a specified array of ints. Then copy of helps to copies the specified array and truncating or padding with zeros if necessary, so that copy has a specified length. Then we have a copy of ranges. So copies the specified range of specified array into new array. Then to string returns a string representation of contents of specified array. A string representation consists of a list of arrays element enclosed in square bracket. So to conclude, arrays are fixed size and indexed starting at 0, then can store only one data type at a time. And again, for dynamic collection, use array list instead. So let's see a simple example in Eclipse. Here's a simple example which contains a single array, 2D array. So I have created an initialized an array here, a string array, then just printing the length, then looping through it using index and for each one. Then 2D array, so initialized, then using for loop to iterate over it. So let me execute this. You can see the length of our first array, that is fruits, is 4. Then trying to iterate it. At 0th index, you can see fruit at index and printing the 0th index 0, 1, 2, 3. So we can print like this. means you have to start with 0, then go until the length of a or length of the array. Then for incrementing, use I plus plus. We can go with reverse also. Start with fruit length minus 1, go till 0, and then decrement it. Then using for each. So it's a simple and a recommended way. So just pass the array and provide the data type and temporary variable to print the value. Then in case of a 2D array, you can see here it's the same approach for 2 rows, and just print it. Like we can see at 0 position, and if both the index are 0, it will be 1. If both in, like if one is 0 and one is 1, that is 2. That's how it goes: 0 0 0 1 0 2, then 1 0 1 1 1 2, like that. So this is all about array class in Java. Thanks for watching.